Let me ask you about this. Social scientist Alvin Toffler talks about social isolation, and he said in The Third Wave, the book he wrote, that he sees loneliness as a social problem. Do you agree with that? Viewing the problem of widespread loneliness in our culture to social isolation, lack of community-mindedness, lack of civic responsibility.
Partly it's that again, for the same thing we said a few minutes ago, in the old days you were born and reared in a certain neighborhood and you probably stayed in that neighborhood with the old school friends and things like that. And therefore, even though the people in that neighborhood were not your cup of tea, often you stayed around with them, and you also had larger families, and therefore when you were alone you visited your family or something like that. Different socioeconomic factors which led to it. But on the other hand, a lot of loneliness is just because of the severe disturbance of people.
Right, within the individual.
Yeah, because take a city like New York, it has hundreds of thousands of lonely people, and yet they could easily meet each other.
Right, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't that something? So do you see the attack on loneliness mainly as getting people together, or do you see also, as Toffler is bringing out, the need for community and a sense of belongingness to a community, a social group? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm enthusiastic about the need for a community and the need for a social group, because that's against individualism.
Yeah.
You stick to the same group just because you're supposed to.
Wow.
It has advantages.
Yeah.
But it has great disadvantages.
Well, what about availing the community to those who want it? Do you think that would not making it mandatory?
Well, right now it's available. There are plenty of community things available.
Toffler, you know Toffler. Now, he argues it's not available enough.
Why isn't it?
I guess the same reason why the Voluntary Services Corps is being developed. Have you heard about that?
No.
You know, the voluntary services movement, the push now to get the government to develop programs for volunteers, widespread programs.
Yeah.
And, it's lacking. Let me go on to something else.